only person like I got nervous about was Nas. And like we're in Studio G Lounge. My first session with Nas was in Studio G.
So right next door.
Right next door. Right. And he was recording a verse for this Rick Ross song. I think it was on, I might be mistaken, but I think it was on Black Market. There was a song that he was doing a feature on, and then I was in there recording, and then Sandra, the studio manager here, she was like, "You like Nas, right? I got you on a session for him," and I was like, "No way."
What?
Bro. And that's before like all the King's Disease and everything. That's when I was like first starting to engineer here.
Dang.
And I got that session, and I
Shout
was
out to
like,
Sandra.
I was shaking. That's the first time I felt nerves in a session, because like for some reason when I get into a session with these artists, like they just become human.
Yeah,
to me.
facts.
You know what I mean? You're like,
once you see them, once you're in the room with them.
After the first couple interactions, you're like, oh, they're just people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't, like, they're talented, but they don't breathe different air. They don't drink different water. No,
Yeah.
they're the same people as us. And like in a lot of ways, that made everything they do obtainable for me. Okay, this person, if I work as hard as them, if I practice as hard as them, if I, do the same things that they do, then I can become them.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you're realizing they're just like you, just people.
Yeah, they're just people.
Yeah.
Same thing with athletes and shit. Like, of course, there's size and
Yeah,
physical attributes, but to a certain extent, it's like, okay, when you see an athlete practice, you're like, oh, that's why I'm not that good.
Yeah.
Because I don't practice like that. And
Your
then
buddy
maybe
going
if I
crazy
did,
hard.
I can get, close to what they are. But and then the rest of it is like God-given ability and all that.
Yeah.
But with Nas, like I was in here like, I don't know, because my first album I ever purchased was Nas. Like every bad day I would come home and listen to one mic, and like it will calm me down. Like
that's a full circle moment for you.
Facts. So that's where the nerves came from. I was in there like literally shaking, and I told him, "Yo, this is crazy. My first ever album was Illmatic, and it was written." He's like, "Wow, that's full circle."
Yeah.
Right. Fast forward, like, what was it? Probably 6 years from there, and I walk into Hit Boy's room and Nas is there, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, we're cooking up, and he's gonna come back tomorrow." And then that turned into, "Oh, we're gonna do an album together. You're gonna mix it, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Yo, this is crazy." And I told him the story again.
Yeah.
Like, yo, my first ever album, where it was written in Illmatic, and then he was like, "Man, that's crazy." And then I told him about the session in there.
So, hold on. So you hadn't seen him again since that?
Probably like a 5-year gap.
Okay. Okay.
And then he said the same thing, like, "Damn, that's full circle, bro." And I was like, "Wow, that's insane."
Yeah.
Fast forward 3 years from there, and I got my name on the song. You know what I mean? With his vocals.
Yeah.
Like, yo, him actually saying, "Yo, shout out to David Kim," like, it's insane.
Yeah,
you know
no, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild to picture like you with a kid going in the store, copping the album. Like you said, it would calm you down every day.
Yeah.
And now he's saying shout out to you.
That's crazy. And I also, I grew up listening to Jay too, and he would always be shouting out Guru, like, "Young Guru."
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, I wonder what that would feel like,
And now you got it.